If you have a message you're trying to get out there, you really need to do the groundwork. You really need to do the research necessary to find out what resonates with that particular audience. If you have two different age groups, for example, with the same message, you're going to need to talk to them a little bit differently. And you're going to need to dial that in by doing the research necessary to find out what those things are that resonate with them. So, for example, if you're talking to someone about a daily routine for someone who's 25 might look a lot different than someone who's 55. So you have to start refining your message around your audience. You're not really catering to them in a way. You're just using ideas and concepts that are more relevant and familiar to them. You're going to use different metaphors, you're going to use different examples, and you're going to draw from different places. For example, if you're talking to someone who grew up in the 70s, you might talk about Led Zeppelin or the Bee Gees or something like that in one of your examples. If you're talking to someone who grew up in the 80s, you might talk about Guns N' Roses' Skid Row or something like that. If you're talking to someone who grew up in the 90s, you might talk about Nine Inch Nails, Tool, and Nirvana or something like that. The same basic premise, the same message, but you're using different examples and different metaphors. And that's why the research is so important.